Hello everybody, I'm sowing seeds again today. They're seeds for January if you like, and in the past couple of videos I've talked about different things that you can do to help with the sowing and the germination of your seeds, and one of them was sieving your compost. And a question was asked, what do I do with all the rough stuff that I sieve out of the compost? Well, this is one of them. I'm sowing leeks in this today and I'm going to station sow them. This trug, I've saved all my sievings, and I'm going to put a good layer of these sievings, in fact I'll put all of it in at the bottom of this. It will aid drainage and it will fill it up, and these will continue to break down because these leeks are going to be in here for about 4 or 5 months, and I will feed them in here as well, but it will just save on the amount of compost or sieved compost that I use to get these seeds going. And at the end of it, when I'm ready to plant these, all I'll do is I'll tip the whole box out and the leeks will just come apart so easily. It's quite incredible. They'll just wiggle apart and then you can plant them individually, which is what I intend to do with these. As I said, I'm going to station sow these leeks, so that means sort of doing little rows of holes like that, planting the leeks and covering them over. I'll just fill this up and then I'll fetch you back for the sowing. So what I've got now is my little seed sowing device. Again, just a couple of quid on eBay, and each hole allows a different seed through. It's got a ribbed chute, so that I generally use it like this, and I just tap it and they will jump over these ribs and you can sow a little bit more accurately. So all I'm going to do with this is just fill this up and then sow these leeks. This is Musselburgh, and I'm doing what they call station sowing them. So I've just dipped, you can see hopefully there that I've dipped some holes in, and all I'm going to do is just gently tap like this until I see a seed going in a hole, maybe 1 or 2. We'll sort of pull out any weak seedlings that are in there, just leave the strongest one in each position, because what I want by the time I come to plant them is one strong leek in each position or in each station, and I want them about pencil thickness. Then they're in an ideal size to be planted out. And I did this last year and I didn't actually get a chance to plant them out, and what I want to do with them is to trench them in the old traditional way, straight into soil, not no dig, not multi-sown, but straight out into normal soil the traditional way. So that's what these will be for. I am sowing leeks in other ways and for other reasons, but that's that done now. Seeds back away, and then we'll just cover them over and water them. There is drainage in this tray, and I will need at some stage to feed these down the line, probably when you get into around about sort of April, or when they're up this sort of a size, you'll start to need to feed them weekly just to keep them going. And we may do something else with them down the road, but we'll see. But for now, that's Musselburgh, 1 leek done. So the next type of leek I'm sowing is this one, Leek Bleu du Soleil, I think it is. It's kind of a glaucous grey colour on the leaf, and I'm multi-sowing these into these modules, and this is one of the container wise trays that I'm using quite a lot of these days now. Super strong. I mean, you can just pick the whole thing up like that without any supporting trays underneath it. And again, I've sieved compost into this, put little divots in the top of each module, and I'm just sowing anywhere between 3 and 5 or more seeds in each module. And I'm growing these basically for baby leeks. I did plant some multi-sown leeks last year, and they were great at the start, But right now, when I really want to be harvesting them, they're not in the best condition. So I think probably for me and this situation, probably better that I grow these as baby leeks, which suits me fine, to be honest. I quite like baby leeks. So, and again, we'll just cover them with a bit of compost and water them, and that's another one done. Now I also want some backup leeks, so we'll do that just now. So I've got a little pot here. Where's my Musselburgh? There. Want some backup leeks. So I always sow an extra pot of these. These are for backups. If any of the other two fail, or I want a few more, or I want to plant them in different places, maybe in the garden at home or in one of the polytunnels somewhere. So I'll just loosely broadcast some seed over the top of this, and these will be spares. It's, you know, it's only probably 20 pence worth of seed there, and the same in compost. Nothing lost really. And again, just cover them in compost. So I always, this is something I do every year, just have a backup. So there's another one sown. So that's be 3 leeks sown, and we'll move on to something else now. Now the next one, I'm going to contradict someone, which is always great fun to do, especially when I'm contradicting myself, because I think it was only a video or 2 ago I said it's pointless sowing lettuce at this time of the year, and it is if you want to grow them to full size, because the growth is just so slow. It's better to wait 5 or 6 weeks this time of year, and the plants will be off and running a lot better. But this is continuing on the same theme as this here. This is exactly what I sowed. That's about 1.5 months old, I think. It might even be older than that. You can see how long it's taken to get to that through winter. So this is a loose leaf mix, and it's a gourmet loose leaf mix from Premier Seeds, and I'm going to sow the whole packet. And the key is just not to expect too much. Just pop them all in. Again, just get them in that compost, cover them and water them, and you can just leave them on the side of your bench somewhere. But this, when it comes up, will be just for cutting, like cut and come again type thing. So I've got a continuation of lettuce leaves. There we go, that's good enough for that. So that's that one, contradicting myself. Now, if you watched my traditional sowing of onions on Boxing Day, you may remember I said there was 1 seed I couldn't find, but it was actually 2. And this is the first one. It's onion long red Florence. I actually keep mistakenly calling this a shallot, which isn't. It's a heritage onion. Italian, I think, with a name like Florence in. And I'm just going to sow a load of those in there. Again, cover that in compost, and that's a job done. Now, just before Christmas, I did a seed suppliers list. The seed suppliers I use or like to use, and this is one of them for the Mammoth red onion. It's Robinson's, and they're based at Garstang in the northwest. And I went down to see my father and got some seeds from there. So I'm going to sow this whole packet. There's only 100 seeds in there, because I'm still in the quest and the search to be able to grow a decent sized red onion, and I don't seem to be able to do it. I don't want to do it under lights, because I'm sort of showing folk here how to grow things. I think it's kind of unfair on me if I bung everything under lights, get brilliant results, and then you can't replicate it at home. Unless you've got lights, of course, but you know, that's just my take on things. So there we go. There's the long red Florence. Try saying that 10 times. And the Mammoth red from Robinson's. So with all these seed sowings I've managed to get done in just over a week. I can now crack on with some maintenance. I can cut this bush down for starters, which somebody mentioned. It's on my jobs to do. I've got to get my loppers from the allotment, but it also means it can free me up to go down the allotment, and I can start digging over beds, get stuck into some jobs there for a month before I come back to seed sowing. Every morning before I go down, I can come out here or check the windowsill in the kitchen and just watch things grow on and be ready to pop them on when need to be. And then next month the whole scenario starts again. Spend a week sowing seeds and getting stuff ready for the next stage. But all the long weather crops are now in, really, apart from tomatoes, but it's a little bit too early for them yet. But yeah, I've actually checked this morning and some of my onions are actually coming through on the windowsill propagator. But yeah, I'm really happy with where I'm up to so far. But that's it for this video. Please look after yourselves, everyone. Stay safe, and I'll see you all very, very soon. Ta-ra now.